Okay. So the movie that Eric Holmes is mentioning that he really wanted to see, but he wanted to maybe check off one of the other movies, and he's going to get to that later in the episode. It's called Are You There? That's the movie that Eric Holmes took so we could actually cover all of the new movies out this week that we're covering. The movie Eric Holmes is mentioning that he wanted to see is called Renner. Renner, it stars Frankie Muniz as Frankie Muniz. Do you know him? Malcolm in the Middle? Did you ever watch it
Yeah.
when you were growing up? Okay, were you a fan or did you watch maybe a couple
I
episodes?
watch a couple. It was kind
Same.
of like Friends or Seinfeld. Like I saw an episode here or there, but I wouldn't say that I was a fan. I was
Right.
familiar enough with the show, but that's about it.
You and I are not really, to be fair, we're not huge TV experts. We're more
No.
movie geeks. But that said, Frankie Muniz is, when you mention the name or the face, he's ubiquitous. All know, I mean, he was all around the TV airwaves during that time, during his heyday. But now he's back as an actor in Renner. He plays a computer genius driven by a need for control. He is creating an AI software program or an AI, is it a software program or an AI creation whose name is Salinas? Salinas? I forgot the name of how you pronounce the AI project, but I'll just say Salinas is voiced by Marcia Gay Harden, great actress, but she's not in the movie physically, but you hear her voice as an AI unit. Salinas, her job is to control Renner and give him advice on the day, how to better himself as a human being. And it's a very sophisticated AI program. That said, Salinas is giving Renner a little bit of just life tips on how to hit on his next door neighbor. His next door neighbor is played by Violett Beane. Violett Beane plays Jamie, a very attractive, in shape neighbor she likes to run on a daily basis. Renner is getting a little bit of advice from his AI program to maybe possibly enter Jamie's life and maybe get some kind of love connection going with her. And then that's pretty much the premise of Renner. Will Renner leave his apartment and actually start trying to hit on her? And if he does, will he get to, who knows, have Jamie become his girlfriend and everything will be happily ever after? Complicating things is Jamie's older brother, and he's sort of in the mix, and you're wondering, he's sort of a sleazeball, and you're wondering, will the older brother ruin the prospective relationship between Renner and Jamie? Also, will, again, I apologize because I don't know if it's Salinas or Salinas. I'll just say Salinas. Will the AI program, creature, or whatever that is, will that AI ruin Renner's actual life? And is the AI program having its own motivations behind what kind of advice it is giving Renner? Again, that the name of the movie is Renner. It's directed and produced by Robert Ripberger. Renner hits theaters February 7th. I interviewed Ripberger earlier in the week, and he mentioned Alfred Hitchcock, a bunch of times, and he was saying basically this movie is not a movie about AI. It's really about the relationship between Renner and this AI program. He mentions a little bit more, but I felt like he maybe spoiled it a little bit too much. So I'm holding things back a little bit with Renner. The reason why I think Eric will really enjoy it, it's an indie project that makes a really great use of its budget. It's set in an apartment, but the way the apartment is lit and the way it looks, you feel like you're somewhat in the future, in the near future. I really like what Rip Burger did with the production design. And even though it's an indie project, there's some really great one-on-one scenes between Violett Beane and Frankie Muniz. They're both very, very good in Renner, do an excellent job at their respective roles. And I like the mystery behind Renner. I also loved the third act and what happened to Renner and what happened to Jamie. I don't want to say too much about the third act, but it really brings the effectiveness of the story into focus. In ways, Renner is a little bit about AI, but it's really about if Renner is will he actually connect with this woman, this mysterious, beautiful woman next door? Once you find out what happens at the end, it's a little bit of a mystery thriller, a relationship drama, an AI type of thing. It's pretty ambitious for an indie project. I'm giving Renner 4 stars. Really enjoyed this movie. That said, when I saw the poster, I wasn't a big fan of the poster. So I had low expectations going in this movie, and it really exceeded my expectations. And I don't know, it's one of these movies that I think maybe down the road, who knows, maybe Eric Holmes will give Renner a shot. Who
I
knows?
mean, Marcia Gay Harden.
She's a
That
big part of the movie.
that should be a selling point right there.
Yeah, she's great. She's great in Renner. Again, it hits theaters February 7th. Next up, hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.